Whatever you have left over in your wallet from the Carney Chaos Wasteland of Saturday, head on to the Tron Express to define the future as we head into WrestleMania Sunday. We got beasts, rulers, best in the world, and tribal chief, bitches, brutality, human bodies flying in and off ladders, and we're even going to see somebody whoop that trick. Maybe. There's so much more as we come together for episode 150 of Cindy Predicting for WrestleMania Sunday 42 Las Vegas, where it is anybody's game. Let's go ahead and get right into the discussion. Hello, everybody, and welcome back here once again to Simply Predicting. You know what this is? For I am the Samantha, the Simmer Brand, the voice that says for grateful for all professional wrestling. Damn it, they do exist together. And my name is Noah Foster. So thank you all for tuning in, whether live or on demand. Please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. And if you want to dictate the conversation, super chat or PayPal the passions. It's as simple as that. Of course, you all know your opinions matter too, so please feel free to be part of the conversation, letting your predictions be known. And of course, the forum is now live in the chat, on the social medias, and will be in the chat once all these streams conclude on all the respective channels, including the SR Studio social media too. Without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce tonight's incredible, fantastic panel. First and foremost, live via satellite on site. Literally, not going there, but they're literally at the destination, next to each other. This is not photoshopped by me, even though I work in IT. You are literally looking at together for the first time ever. Fusion Hot, the regular wrestling JJ Williams and Walter Cruz in the same damn vicinity. Walter, JJ, you made it. How are you?
Tired. I think we're both tired. This dude was on the road at what, 3:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
So 6:30 for you East Coasters. I was up at about 6:30 in the morning, 9:30 for your East Coasters. You know, between a roughly 9.5, 10-hour drive from Northern California to Vegas, 3 buses combined for about 5.5 hours from Victorville to Vegas, because I had to take 1 bus to the post office, 1 bus to downtown Victorville, and then jump on the Greyhound.
Damn.
But, you know, we've been saying it all afternoon since he got me at the Greyhound station. It's surreal. We've been talking about this since the multiverse of media first formed, about all of us coming together at some point and doing a stream together. And because of all of the loyal viewers subscribing to Rage of Wrestling and him hitting that goal that his wife set, at least 2 of us are now here in the same place at the same time. And it's a trip, and I feel like I've talked a bit. Walter, say something, fucker.
Get up.
And go figure, it's the 2 people that Noah always jokes share a brain.
Right.
That are here
Now they
together.
share a room. Now they share a damn room.
Something happened when we were in the car, and it was the fucking same thought. We were like, yo, we were brothers in another life.
You know what? I would have questioned it, honestly, if I didn't know you all beforehand. But again, congratulations. Thank you so much for being part of the WrestleMania. Again, have the safest, most wonderful time in and out of every wrestling show and wrestling meetup live as your itinerary truly begins tomorrow with Put Mania. Stay tuned, folks, for further information regarding everything that we're going to do at the Super Liable Studios. And of course, I am never alone. And as they just talked about, the genesis of the journey, for in the beginning, there was only one person that defined a confidence, that defined a faith in us, that defined an encouragement and inspiration in us, and sometimes 0 fucks. I wouldn't want him any other way. He is not nobody I know that's famous. He is truly a humble man, a simple friend, a mouseketeer for life that works in the most magical land in California. It would not be more fitting to have on Predicting WrestleMania Sunday under this stage of development for our super reliable studios than Jeff motherfucking Meacham himself. Jeff, how are you? It's been far too long.
So, just so we're clear on an intro, I got compared to God. I'm told I work in the most magical land in California. It's not the San Fernando Valley. Some of you may believe that because of things that go on in the valley, but he meant Disneyland, folks, just so you know. Because the valley's a whole other magical land of stuff that some people get arrested for, especially people that work in extreme promotions. Anyway, but I digress. Yeah, it is. I said it in our group chat talking about all the 42 watch-alongs we're doing this week. I could not be more proud as the founder of the feast, as JJ tells me, to sit back and just see everything that's unfolded, as JJ mentioned in his tweet, in the last, almost 2 years since I was slapped on the wrist for daring, just the gall of me to use my own name as my YouTube username, and Google telling me to go fuck right off about it. So, we should have been dead in the water at that point. And instead, the majority of you guys came together instead and were able to pursue and persist on without me being the primary person. And each of you in the Central Reliable Studios has taken on their own responsibilities and responsibilities of others that I could never have foreseen would have to be a thing. And as much as I boo-hooed like an idiot when you guys got to call Austin Owens out of literally nowhere 4 years ago, I think I'm going to be a blubbering idiot mess the entirety of this week, because we're able to have people on the ground and people at home still doing their thing and calling the action and keep us rolling down this wacky ass road to WrestleMania and beyond. We're doing Raw after Mania too. By the way, I need to talk to you about that. I may not be there Monday because of familial stuff, but that's still very much up in the air. Depends what the Kings do and how the playoff seeds shake out. But anyway, thank you for letting me be a small part of what I feel is such more a big deal than it ever would have been had I held the reins myself. So you guys up the top shelf are awesome. I love you three so much. I'm so happy for and proud of you. And Charles, I will forever be grateful to you for creating Charlie Brown and Snoopy and Woodstock and all those guys, and just keeping us entertained when I go to Knott's Berry Farm and get away from work every now and then. And the fact that you age so gracefully, you age like a WWE women's locker room, man. You created Peanuts how many decades ago, and you look younger than me, Muckerfeather. Like, I don't. What's your secret?
He's Dorian Gray.
Damn! If you know, you know, folks.
Okay.
But I digress. Anyway, I rambled on longer than JJ and Walter did together. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and pass the baton now. Thank you.
No problem. Again, thank you. And that being said, let's also welcome. Yes, JD, I do see your hand real quick before I give it to Charles.
I just want to say, and I want to throw it out there, little precursor. I'm not trying to kiss ass. I'm not trying to glaze in saying this. But I do want to take a second to put over, much the same way we put Ed over yesterday or the other day on Saturday night. I called us the Avengers in our group chat for this week. Jeff truly is the Nick Fury.
Oh, jeez.
He brought us all together. He saw all of our talents and just gave the little nudges that everybody needed to come together. And much like Nick Fury says in the original Avengers, it was Age of Ultron, when it came to Hulk and Black Widow, you never truly know, but you kind of give the tools and see where things fall. That, in a nutshell, was Jeff assembling the multiverse of media. He truly was the Nick Fury of it all.
Well, if I could be compared to the bad motherfucker that is Samuel L. Jackson, I'll take it and run.
That movie. Well, I mean, I'm sure you're going to talk about another bad motherfucker here in our opener here in a moment. That's a whole different form of comparison versus somebody in this business, but we'll talk more about that in a bit. But that being said, again, to everybody, simply say, if you can, for just being here and just for what he's contributed to wrestling business, thank you, Jeff. And also follow us today. That being said, not Charlie Brown, but we make the joke anyways. He respects it. Just like we respect the fact when he plays TMNT, he falls on every manhole down New York City Avenue. Wouldn't want it anyway. Charles Solt on camera, actually, this time. Shows how important this is. Charles going to actually see you. How you feel about WrestleMania Sunday?
Damn you, Noah.
I had to do it. Damn it. Not right.
But I love being here. And
Charles.
Much like Ash, he's got his own theme song.
Basically.
I love being here. It's fun, and damn it, I can't stop laughing over what Jeff was saying. Just can't stop.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun stream. I can already tell. This is gonna be fun already. Continue.
No, that's not that. Let's have some fun.
All right, fair enough. Well, again, that's the channel, folks. Got a fantastic 5. That's right, 5 in 4 windows.
You already did a few seconds.
And again, shout out to Papagino. I'll see him for Partition Sports More, of course, following WrestleMania next week, Monday evening, 6 p.m. Standard Time. Subscribe to him today. Otherwise, he will roll up the sleeves and get real mean with you. Appreciate you, brother. But I think
Gino, really quickly, since you're in the chat, if you want one of us to pick up that Cena shirt for you, let us know. We'll message you when we get to the WWE World on Monday, let you know how much it is. And you can PayPal one of us, and we'll get you that John Cena Rat Pack inspired T-shirt that they're having at WWE World.
Because they'll definitely have your side, you skinny fuck.
They'll sell out of our side on Monday.
Walter, chill tonight.
All right, then. So
I can't ever get a size on my size.
To be fair, it's also probably my size. So yeah, but Charles, you've been basically, you're in for the party, and Papagino, you've been encouraged. Shout out to Steve, another friend, of course. He's almost there with no DQ. Great to see him as well. And that being said, also, of course, all part of Predictions League. So I figure without further ado, when we talk about why we're here, Cinematic community, panelists, professional wrestling fans, enthusiasts, hardcore, casual, WrestleMania ongoers, and to those that are actually going there live, good luck to you. Let's get right into it. So again, this is WrestleMania Sunday, WrestleMania Vegas, WrestleMania 42. Here's the card we're going to be going through, and of course, it will start 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Sunday on April 19th. It, of course, kicks off live on ESPN for the first hour, and of course, the entirety of the show is available to ESPN Unlimited subscribers, $30. That being said, let's go ahead and get right into this. And what a fucking way to kick this thing off. We got the ruler, the destroyer. We got literally the man that held down the black and chrome since he's existed in professional wrestling, existed in NXT, versus 25 years unmatched. The beast, the conqueror, Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi. I cannot state enough what this, as Jeff's going to put it as he kicks things off, this guy did in 3 minutes on Monday night and 4 weeks on the main roster. It is bloody insane. But let's go ahead and get right into it. Brock Lesnar, the guy that we've known, who's literally been a standard of his own for this business for the last 25 years, has done it all. He was the 1 in 21 and 1. He is an NCAA collegiate champion. He's IWGP champion. He's WWE champion. He's a UFC champion. Oba Femi, he's a shot put champion. He's NXT North American champion. He's NXT champion. And in 4 weeks, with a powerbomb, a clothesline, a face-to-face, a chair thrown in the Beast's face, and a 3-minute promo to Paul Heyman, he has got to be the most confident, push forward. Some might say it's got to be obvious he should win this or going to win this at this point. Candidate to ever confront Brock Lesnar in the ring. And now they're going one-on-one for the first time ever. What could be the last time ever, considering we're thinking about Brock Lesnar's future. Not to mention, this is literally opening WrestleMania Sunday. So keep that in consideration. With that being said, let's go around the horn and see if you think that the ruler will conquer the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar, and win this war that he has brought forward. Shout out again to the 20 of you that put your predictions also, as well as, of course, the performance live, including the two most of no DQ. Con Andrew, Dave Scheffler, Walter Cruz. I recognize that name from somewhere. Our Canadian friend Ash. Even Ash got involved in WrestleMania, folks. Just saying. Shout out to our baddie friend. This match is brought to you, by the way, by the Jeff Meacham Network. They're going to do pointless sponsors. We're going to do realistic sponsors, damn it. And also, Christopher Rocks, Alistair Keeper, and others. That being said, Jeff Mother Evan Meacham, you have called this man a damn motherfucker since the first day you saw him. Now he's on the grandest stage of them all in WWE against the Beast Incarnate. This could literally be do or die for the greatest commodity in modern day WWE that they could have for the future. So bottom line, Jeff, does Femi beat Brock Lesnar and conquer him?
I remember a call. I forget what WrestleMania match it was. It may have been 18 when he was facing Ric Flair, but I distinctly remember JR calling Undertaker the baddest man in the land. And at that point, he was. It was also the day before Brock Lesnar debuted on the main roster back in 2002. It can be argued that since that point, Brock Lesnar has been the baddest man in all the land. That guy, yeah, he took an 8-year hiatus, but it wasn't exactly a time off, picking flowers and going on strolls with his wife. He was, hunting his own food in Canada and in Minnesota when he was living there, and going into the octagon and whooping ass there. Brock Lesnar is no small mountain to conquer. He is the baddest man in the land. And I don't care how many cowboy hats he puts on, how many times he slips and eats shit on the ramp. I don't care what he does. Brock Lesnar is still Brock Lesnar. Okay? Period. Having said that, I have said from day one, not ish, we'll get to the Usos this weekend, Femi is a bad motherfucker. And he needs to be the baddest motherfucker he's been going into this weekend. And so far, he has been. I don't care how loudmouth or more loudmouth Paul Heyman gets. I don't care how confident Paul Heyman appears to be or how badass Brock Lesnar continues to be. Those two are worried. And I say that because Paul Heyman offered to take up being the advocate or the counsel or the wise man or the oracle or the whatever the hell for Femi after he loses to Brock Lesnar. No, Mr. Heyman, as Cody Rhodes would say. I think you need to worry about how your best friend is going to pay his bills when he's laying in a hospital bed in downtown Nevada after Femi whoops his ass. The show is not opening WrestleMania Sunday because Brock Lesnar, if he doesn't main event, he's going on first. It's opening WrestleMania to make sure they have time to get Brock Lesnar down the street and into intensive care.
Damn. All right. Thank you for that, Jeff. That being said, folks, that's how everything works. Someone starts off, the rest of the panel will get to say their piece based on the quality of the card, and it's fucking WrestleMania, damn it. Everyone's going to be saying shit about every match here, whether you think it's filler, meh, or most important. And I would argue that Sunday right now is starting with the most important match of WWE's future with who could be the man to lead the damn business. Damn it. And I'm just going to leave it at that. That being said, Jeff Means let's kick things off with Femi conquering Brock Lesnar. All right, let's go to the double frame here with the regular wrestling JJ Williams and Walter Cruz and see if two minds think alike. This should be very entertaining, to say the least. All right, guys. So that being said, Femi again, the confidence that he had. And I swear, on Monday Night Raw, I almost thought that Paul Heyman was teary-eyed because I do think, to Jeff's point, there is a certain acceptance that Femi could be the one to conquer the one in 21-1 once and for all. So that being said, what do you think happens in this match? Go ahead, you two.
This is literally Thanos versus Darkseid. That's literally what this is. If you know comics, like it's ridiculous that we got to this point. In some universe, they crossed over, but yeah, I based on what JJ and I have the same wavelength, so I think Oba wins because of what we think is going to eventually happen in another match. And what this is the start of.
JJ, any further to add, despite your wavelength?
Yeah, just to further elaborate on what Walter said, we were talking in the car about this today, and this is going to be the start of the Brock Lesnar retirement arc. Because let's not forget, SummerSlam is going to be in Minnesota. You know, Brock was a golden gopher. So he's going to lose this match. And then what I pitched to Walter is he's going to then go on a Ric Flair-esque run where the next match he loses is his final match. Because if he can't conquer this young upstart kid, does Brock Lesnar still have it? And he'll run through everybody that he gets put in his way until he gets to Minneapolis, Minnesota. And a man who demands your attention and all your gratitude faces him in his hometown and just ends the career of the Beast Incarnate. So Obafemi has taken this one.
All right. Jeff, I do see your hand. What do you have to say regarding that?
Just the fact that I want to express how awesome is it of Brock Lesnar to return home one last time and get the Minnesota Vikings fans ready for yet another losing season by getting his own ass whooped in their stadium. What a decent human being Brock Lesnar is. What a guy. What a guy. Carry on.
I'm so glad my mom doesn't watch football anymore.
The last time that Minnesota had a winning team, they were called District 5.
Pop for reasons.
All right. And with that, you can get more of those sports takes courtesy at
Please tell me you get that reference, Noah.
I'm starting to think about District 5. I feel like I know what that is, but I can't think of it right now.
Please tell me that when once you were a wee lad, you watched the Mighty Ducks.
I think I did when I was a young Disney kid. I think I did. But again, it's been so long. I mean, the only duck thing I remember is Darkwing Duck, the only duck that mattered to me.
Okay, well, I'll accept you on that. But if you've never seen the original Mighty Ducks movie, you need to go watch that.
I don't watch movies. You know that.
No. Okay. Noah, I never tell you have to because you're your own person and I respect your choices and wishes in life.
Yeah.
You have to see this movie.
If Aaron Rift can go to a hockey game and fall in love with the sport, you can watch a fucking hockey movie.
Valid as hell. And hey, you know what? I know a guy. I'm in tight with Coach Bombay now. We've got a rapport now. So you gotta make me look good in front of my people here. You know what I mean?
I'll consider it. All right, that much I will say. I'll consider it.
Bullshit,
Maybe the
I'm here for it.
the next time little Ella comes over because she's a modern day Disney girl. I'll bring up this Disney past her and see if she'll even sit down and watch it because she will actually give me a reason to watch something Disney with her.
I'm here for it.
All right, very good. Thank you for that. Shout out to
got to give the people what they want.
All right, I'll try. I can do that more than enough here. Things I do for friends. Shout out to Arlene Dominguez in the chat and Ribshot. Ribshot also following the JJ Walter Cruz wavelength of ESP, saying that Gunther retires Lesnar. Again, folks, to be Eternum, Pokemon black screen, ... yellow text. And Arlene saying, but should win, but I think they're going to give it to Brock. Okay. I love when super predicting is not unanimous. Brock legit thinks he could beat up everyone. I doubt he'll ever agree to does he still have its storyline. Never say never, Ribshot, and this is the WWE. They're willing to do anything for a pop, a moment, or a ticket sold. And also Safet is right now busting over in the gut. All right, Charles, with that being said, so far, according to 20, it's not unanimous. 50% went with Brock Lesnar. 85% though went with the ruler, Obafemi. What Obafemi's done, though, like I said, in a month, if that does not care to be in the next big thing, I don't know what does. So, Charles, what do you think?
Easy enough. Obo's win this. And as far I'm still might be the only person on the planet still thinks Gomes going to tap on Brock at SummerSlam. Clean as a whistle.
You heard it here first. Someone
What, Jeff? What?
I mean,
and you're not the only person that thinks that's
I am here for it.
Thank you.
but he taps. Like, I am here for that. That if nothing else makes Gunther, that makes Gunther. Holy shit.
Exactly.
When was the last time Brock Lesnar tapped out?
It's got to be either Angle or Undertaker, right?
I'm pretty sure it is, though. Yeah.
Angle. It's got to be Angle.
Well, Angle did it for sure. I just don't remember if Undertaker got a tap out from him when he made that comeback after the streak loss or not. Like official.
Oh, with the choke that he did.
Hell's Gate.
Hell's Gate.
It was a pass
you know
out.
what? I think Undertaker tapped to get Lesnar to break the hold.
Yep.
I think is what happened.
SummerSlam. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
so Angle's the only one to make Lesnar tap on WWF. Listen to me, Jesus Christ! I just reverted WWE television. So hey, if Gunther does it on Lesnar's way out, Gunther doesn't have to retire anybody else ever again. Ever. He's
fact.
Made.
Did he who shall not be named ever make him tap?
I don't think
he did.
Why he should not be named? I don't think Benoit ever did make Lesnar tap, if I remember.
Actually, he did. And Survivor Series match. He made a tap out clean as a whistle.
Wow. Benoit's the one that made him tap at Survivor Series. Okay. All right.
Man, time's crazy.
Okay, so nobody in living memory except Kurt Angle. So
yes.
Yes, basically, yes.
Okay.
So Lesnar tapped to himself, basically.
Valid.
You know what? If Benoit can capture the world championship by having it float from the garden to, or if Orton, never mind. You know what I'm trying to say.
I know.
So Randy Orton walking down the ring in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, in those god awful peach trunks, finding the title in the ring, and then ascending the turnbuckle and posing with it. That's what you're trying to get at, right?
That's what I was trying to say. If that can happen, then you know what? It was the Invisible Man, that son of a bitch. He's going to retire Sandman after having made Lesnar tap out. That bastard.
We still need that rematch with the Invisible Man, the Invisible Stan.
Hey,
I don't want Invisible Man on my dude. He scares me. Like, he already beat up my guy Jason the Strife. Poor Sam, and I feel so bad for him.
They did a watch along of that match last night on the GCW World podcast.
Is that not some shit? I told you.
Awesome.
I was about to say, for all we know, the Invisible Man is vacant.
For all we know, the Invisible Man is right here.
I was gonna say,
watching. We are in Vegas, and so is he.
I'll wait for you to make one mistake or something, and you'll probably smack your pulse in the chair or something that you know about.
There might happen.
About to say, if the feed cuts out, we know why. Give them the last rights. That being said, I also give last rights to Brock Lesnar winning at WrestleMania. I completely agree with all of you. I think Femi has to. If the word has any predominant meaning in the dictionary, 100%, in reality, this has to be a fact. This has to be a win. I don't care how. I don't care how you deliver it. But damn it, Femi has to win at WrestleMania, or we are going to question WWE for the rest of our lives more than ever when it comes to what the hell are we watching, who truly is going to be the future when you don't have 50-year-olds allow your main event and 26-year-old annoying children on social media influencing your WrestleMania card. The bottom line, with all of
say it like we don't already question WWE.
Well, true, but this would make sure that people would never stop questioning it in the worst way possible, to the point they might have aneurysms. So that being said, Femi has to win this in my mind. No offense, Jeff. Nothing but love and respect for you. I know you've had more than enough of those. But it's just one of those things right now with what they've done and everything that we figure about with what's next for either man. Femi just starting, it's got to be his time. He is truly the next big thing. He's been baptism by fire in Madison Square Garden. He did his only promo on the main roster, killed it, and encompassed everything about his character, Brock Lesnar, this being business, and why he's here for it. Not to mention, he has been heavily endorsed like nothing by the WWE Universe, faster than you could say, whoop, that trick. I haven't seen some... don't start with me, Booker T. I haven't seen something like this since I... Oh,
yeah, man.
Oh, God, I forgot I got to deal with this on Sunday, too, with
ass. That's right.
Shucky ducky quack quack dog. Where's my DoorDash?
We'll
You
get
thought
him
you were
some
safe. No,
ass.
you thought you were safe with those. You thought you were safe tonight.
Damn it. Anyway,
You'll never be safe on these. Ever.
I'm never safe when it comes to professional wrestling because I'm a fan of this crazy shit. That being said, Femi wins. It's as simple as that, 110%. If that don't happen, good luck, WWE. All right. Good Jesus Christ. Well, that was a car wreck and a half with the Booker T gimmick. By the way, go check out Stephanie Valkyra's sit down with Chris Van Leet on Inside, where she talks more about Booker T's influence and her rise in WWE, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, Walter, you don't get to call that. Ha ha.
God damn.
Okay.
Wow.
I get to see other stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, Noah. You have to be like that.
He's going to see lunch. I'm not even going to say it because I still don't believe that's a thing. That's weird beyond
I love
belief.
to cut stuff out there, buddy.
It's Las Vegas, and I don't know
I think
why.
I'm going to see enough ass to replace it.
Oh, yeah, then.
They like it. Why are we on screen?
Anywhere.
What happened all of a sudden up there? We're talking about Stephanie McCurry. All of a sudden, the screen goes dark.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they might be probably trying to avoid the Invisible Man or something.
They like it.
Well, you all like that, like Sir Mix-a-Lot apparently, but I'm going to like this human car wreck. Let's go ahead and talk about the
shit,
other
no, I'm in
matches.
hip-hop reference.
Oh
I'm
my
here for it.
God.
I'm here for it. Noah's making hip-hop references on a Tuesday. Let's fucking go.
It was one of the only songs I ever heard when I was a young kid. I still question myself watching that music video to this day. Thanks, my sis. That being
You were
said,
watching that music video as a kid? I question your sister. Fuck that. You question
I
it.
was
I
watching
think
that as a
everybody
kid,
here
too.
questions at that point.
And you wonder why I turned out the way I turned out.
I don't know. I
It
don't
was
know
the
how.
weed.
I
Now I'm
don't know
going to
how.
ask.
I don't know how I became the same one out of this family, both here in wrestling and this internet family, and both of my actual one. But that's a whole different conversation another day. So let's go ahead and talk about the ladder match.
Yes, please.
God bless it. Okay, bodies are gonna hit the floor. Good lord, it's a six-way Intercontinental Championship ladder match. Penta Sami defending champion, defending against bobblehead JD McDonagh, Dragon Lead for the Fire and the Flames. Your boy Bouncy, Javon Evans. The legend, the Hall of Famer himself, Rey Mysterio, and the Bulgarian brute, Rusev. Straight up, folks, Penta Sami welcome everyone to the party with zero fear, and he already owns pinfall wins on some of these people during his Intercontinental Championship run. Straight up, no one qualified. This was just made on the fly, and Penta welcomes it, because again, zero Miero. But I will say this, in a preview on Monday Night Raw, Rusev smashed everyone, including the people involved, and there was like 4 people involved originally, including himself, in the tag match. So right now, Rusev, might I add, the only big man in this match here. Everyone else is a cruiserweight and a tiny guy, in case you didn't notice. He smashed everybody. So you might as well call it 5-on-1. Now, the beauty of these multi-person matches, as no DQ tradition, since the field is 6 or more, you get 2 picks. You got your secondary worth 1, your primary worth 2, and of course, you know the only way to win these, climb the ladder, seize the gold, and survive the trial up to it. Because some people's careers have been shortened, if not ended, in this shit. At WrestleMania. Hello, Jeff Hardy and Edge. That being said, let's go around the horn and see what you all think. This time we're going to start with, well, you got to pick 2 picks. Why not have 2 men try it first? JJ and Walter, go ahead. What are your 2 picks for the Intercontinental Championship ladder match? See, they're both the same thing.
I think this is going to be one prediction where we disagree on stuff, at least on one of the picks.
Fair enough.
There's something in my gut that says that this year's WrestleMania is going to be a, for lack of a better term, a youthful ascension. You know, we've already got Oba defeating Brock. There's a good part in my soul that thinks that, you know, the bouncy one,
your boy,
is going to take the Intercontinental title here. So that's my number 1 pick. My secondary pick, and if I was on my own laptop, I would bring up the Emmanuel card here.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Oh no! And he's not even here. Oh no!
My second, no, it's not in there. My second pick is JD McDonagh.
Really? JD? Huh.
Before Penta got it, who had it?
It was Don Mysterio, the Judgment Day.
Thank you.
Damn it.
So yeah, I think it might go to JD.
All right.
Especially if, what we predicted yesterday for night one happens with the women's title. Then Dom's got the AAA Mega Championship. JD's got the IC title. And Liv will have the women's World Heavyweight title.
Oh, wow. A little bit of a faction ownership here, including the women.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Fair enough.
Well, because,
Sorry, go ahead.
We can't have Oba Femi, Javon Evans, and Trick Williams all win because, Triple H doesn't like. Never mind.
And Brock Lesnar doesn't.
At least that's what the IWC always tries to tell us,
Oh, God.
And Brock doesn't have a title shot to ruin.
Fair enough.
Noah, stop me when I'm telling lies.
No lies detected.
Yeah. I don't know if JD McDonagh can climb the ladder and actually pull the belt down because the weight of his forehead might make him flip forward.
God damn it.
Damn it, Walter, you fucking idiot!
And we can't have Penta retain because he's teaching kids to throw game signs.
We've both been doing that for the last damn decade. Continue.
But no, my number one pick is actually Penta retaining because I feel like they're going to give him a little bit longer of a run because I think they're going to give Rey Mysterio a solo shot because they're going to do Penta versus Rey Mysterio for the IC title at either Backlash or SummerSlam. They're going to give us one of those big marquee matches, and I'm here for it. Those two going at it one-on-one for the IC title. There's no my mask has to be on the line. Just two luchadores going at it. So I want to see Penta retain and do that. And then my other one is Bouncy. I think he's the youthful moment, and I think that the machine is behind him, so to speak. So for him to get that IC title, eventually that man might even be WWE. They might reverse what they did to Kofi. They realized the mistake they did to Kofi because of what Randy Orton said, and they might reverse it with this guy. Wow. And that's why Kofi keeps trying to recruit him.
I mean, yeah, good point. Because Kofi Kingston has been very influential in Javon Evans, or at least try to be on Monday Night Raw. That's a fair shout. Well,
and I think that the reason Penta's going to lose the title is they're going to use this to put the brothers together.
Well, they haven't been together yet, and again, Rey Phoenix nowhere on the card. And last year,
Lord knows the tag division needs it.
What tag division? That is
especially with all the work in AAA they're doing. You put them together, and you can have them on all the brands, And damn it!
And other promotion. All right, fair enough. Well, that being said, interesting picks. Charles, I will say this: when it comes to the primary, the majority are actually going with Tide, your boy Bouncy, and Penta El Cero Miedo. So it seems like those are the key two to think about. It might be a future one-on-one, honestly, waiting to happen. So, Charles, I'll land to you next. What are your two picks towards the WWE Intercontinental Championship ladder match? Do you have a new champ?
My first pick was Penta, and my second pick, damn it, JJ, I was going to play that manual card first.
Well, there's only one.
I was going to go with JD. My second pick.
See, in another life, Charles was the third little brother to us.
Apparently.
The Three Musketeers, the Three Stooges, or Huey, Dewey, and Louie. You decide, folks.
Still.
Well, Noah, life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg.
Exactly.
Oh, my God. Not copyright. Anyway, continue, Charles.
I'm still going screw it. I'm going with JD. Still my second pick. Screw it.
By the way, if you dove in a boat full of coins, you would break your neck. But anyways.
That's valid, by the way.
We don't want to know how you know this, Walter.
Cartoon physics, folks, don't exist in real life. And if you think they do, then you need to seriously go to a real school, not chase you. Simple as
Yeah,
that.
physics don't exist.
How
Just look
dare
at
you?
Looney Tunes when they don't realize they're falling until they look down.
You're right.
How
Then
dare you, Noah?
I will
Stop
stand by what I
disrespect to chase
stand.
you.
Never, damn it, never. All right, thank you, Charles. I basically was thinking the same way. I was thinking Penta regardless, because as soon as Ray was saved from retirement, get that graphic off the screen. Damn it. No, never. The keyword is never. Anyway, as I was so rudely interrupted, Penta and Ray is a one-on-one match waiting to happen. They teased it last year, for Pete's sake, at the Royal Rumble when the two-man started as 1 and 2. Ray being the most influential luchador, arguably in WWE history, towards anyone Latina or Latino now, including La Catalina that just joined AAA, might as well be WWE's version of Mina. You're welcome, Walter. Basically, I just feel like that Penta right now has been riding this wave of momentum. It's going to continue to, and I don't think they're going to turn this guy heel until he loses the title. Best chance to turn him heel, he loses the title to his idol, Estilo Nielo. And Penta knows how to go dark if you watch Lucha Underground, folks. As far as the second, he's been on the Royal Rumble. He's been in the chamber. He's been bouncing up and down over the scene. He even was damn near nearly this year's last Iron Survivor. I think you're onto something here with Javon Emmons, though, because I think there's a lot of potential. And again, Javon is also my second. It's also one of those things right now looking at opportunity to see what Javon Emmons can do with the Workhorse Championship. How does he work his way up when you think he could be a Kofi Mania moment with actually something more than 100 days behind it? I think Javon's got all the potential in the world. And truth be told, Penta, he represents AAA and WWE. Okay, he's defended against Dom, defended against El Grande Americano. I don't know if it was the original or the new one, though. I'm still confused by that. Dragon Lee.
There's only one El Grande Americano.
There's 2 of them now. There's 2 of them. We just
There's
talked about
only
this.
one.
No, there's not. I'm not going down. I'm not talking about this.
The last time you had an eye exam.
El Kiko del Vikingo, and like I said, he's been a great champion. So, yeah, I'm going with Penta and Javon in that order. And it wouldn't surprise me if most people did that. As far as secondary, Jeff, the secondary always is like one of those things where you just like, throw caution to win or try a wild card. Don't go necessarily with the secondary safe bet. Kind of all over the place here. There's Javon, there's Penta, and there's even Rey Mysterio, who we really haven't talked about. That was just adding himself to the equation, honestly, at the last minute, where we thought this year Gunther was going to retire him. Jerry's still out.
They can't trust him with that title. You look at him the wrong way, he's injured.
Truth be told, how many times his knee's been injured, but he did
362 surgeries on the same knee.
Oh, bloody hell.
Literally, he's missed more WrestleManias than he's been in because he always gets hurt right near WrestleMania.
And here we are in a ladder match. So, again, valid. Jeff, what do you think here? What's your thoughts on this field and your 2 picks to seize the gold? Do you got Raymond in it at all?
I don't like going last because all my jokes are already used. Anyway, because my secondary pick was going to be Rey Mysterio's right knee actually survives the match, but that's just anyway. Look,
You always have his left knee.
I didn't mention his left knee. His left knee might not survive it because they have to go back and forth.
Right. Continue.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna say my secondary pick is JD McDonagh, just to be that guy. My first pick is going to be Penta to retain. However, there is a thread that I'm going to go through, and if I may be so bold as to dictate the pace of this show, Noah, I'm gonna say Penta retains, and then in the battle of the former Judgment Day brothers, the demon just destroys Dominik Mysterio. So Dominik's down. He's just just crestfallen, even though he's still the AAA Mega Champion. Then we have Penta defend 1-on-1 against Rey Mysterio. And we have Rey Mysterio win it at that point, whether it's Backlash, whether it's, Money in the Bank, whether it's, some random ass Monday Night Raw. Mm-hmm. That's when we get Dominik Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio, because Dominik costs Rey, and it leads to Dominik's hair versus Ray's mask and career.
Wow.
That's what we do. So I am applying the Williams approach, long-term storytelling. Penta retains. He goes one-on-one against Ray later. Dominik cost him after being just pissy about losing at WrestleMania to the Demon. And then we get Penta and the Demon at some point, which I need. I need that in my life for it too.
I do agree about that.
So Penta can retain until he comes up against the Demon. Because damn it, Bálor needs a singles championship. For the love of Christ, please. Even as the Demon, I'm here for it. But yeah, so my primary pick is Penta to retain, which leads to that long thread. But just for fun, I'm picking Jade McDonagh because I am actually okay with the Judgment Day staying intact and having him be champion, having Dom be the mega champion, and having Liv Morgan, who, by the way, I have now decided that for all my enemies that I still have in my life, and I know there are a few of you out there, here's the way to destroy me once and for all. You can ignite an eternal battle between my brain and my brain and my heart. Line up Liv Morgan, Charlotte Flair, and my girl Kristen, and make me choose. Spontaneous fucking combustion.
Damn.
Because Liv Morgan is just looking fucking ridiculous lately. But yeah, have Liv and JD and Dom all as champions. And then have Raquel be the next to be the Intercontinental champion.
Or Roxanne.
Well, I kind of want it to be Raquel so then her and Roxanne can implode and go against each other and then maybe trade it back and forth or whatever. But I think one of them needs to be out. There's too many alpha females in that group and something's got to give. And it ain't going to be fucking Liv Morgan, that's for sure. So anyway, this match, primary Penta, secondary JD. And then if we flow into the Demon versus Dom, I'm picking the Demon to win there. So there you go.
Well, I feel,
and that's why.
Well, first off, bloody brilliant. And secondly, your mask versus hair match, that could literally happen in AAA. You literally would cross Fred, the WWE Championship, and AAA, representing both promotions in the storytelling involved in the WWE universe of promotions. So actually, that is brilliant. And let's not forget, the last time that Dom and Ray were sharing the ring in AAA, Dom had Ray literally braced around him the one title he never won, the AAA Mega Championship. But anyway, JJ, I do see your hand before we move on to our next match. What do you guys say real quick?
If they're going to do that, I don't think they're going to do it in AAA anytime soon. Because if what I'm reading online is accurate, the next AAA show is going to be Noche de los Grandes. And it's going to be mask versus mask. Yeah, so I don't think they would run a mask versus hair match too soon after doing mask versus mask.
No. I'm not saying
they'd have to at least wait till next year's Mania.
I'm not saying do Ray versus Dom right after. I'm saying, they can build that, Dominik's reascension to the top, defeating John Cena on John Cena's last PLE in November of 2025.
Yes.
They can do the mask for Ray versus Dom in November of 2026 or whatever. Have it be at Survivor Series or whatever AAA events that weekend or whatever, or cross promote it. Do something. People have been up everybody else's ass about, it should have been Gunther versus Ray. No, the way you retire Rey Mysterio is have Dom do it. Gunther doesn't need Rey Mysterio in his career. God damn it. Talk about the demon. That was a demon expelling out of Walter. Holy shit.
You good over there, Walter? You good? You good?
All right.
You good?
Goodness.
What? The Invisible Man.
I'm telling you.
There it is.
Say, damn, check that table he's at. Make sure there's if there's any goblins, throw down a 20 on it and see, bet who can clean it up faster. Anyway, my lord. That was frightening.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so demons. There we go. So yeah, it's like Ray and Dom can be way down the line. I don't know if you go into next year's WrestleMania because that's awfully far away, and you're relying on Rey Mysterio's knees to last another year. Which, let's be real. But if you keep his appearances intermittent and his in ring even more intermittent, you can get into Survivor Series.
Just go to bubble wrap for the year.
Do what?
Should have been bubble wrap for the year.
I got bubble wrap literally sitting right here from a package over there. Like, I will send it to San Diego. Fuck, like, dude, hey. Like,
Have it be like that movie Bubble Boy.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about the
Hey,
thick bubble wrap?
hey, Stacy Keibler was in that. Why not? WWE connection.
There you go. The thick bubble wrap, the tiny bubble wrap, whatever bubble wrap. We know that one thing for sure. Dominik Mysterio and this feud with Finn Balor's got to wrap up sooner rather than later. And I think the best
Very
is
good.
the Demon. Restore the Demon to his former glory back in my NXT before he became immortal, much like Asuka. Sorry, Walter. That being said, Dominik Mysterio, Finn Balor, it's the Judgment Day for Dirty Dom and his sins. I don't think much more needs to be said, considering the Demon, not surprised, literally was brought back to life, not even worthy of an Evanescence cover. Non-copyright. Again, great song.
Wake me up inside.
Non-copyright. Non-copyright. By the way, Afterlife is
You
also
did it for me.
Afterlife's also a banger. Anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Shout out to Amy Lee. It's just one of those things right now. I don't think much more needs to be said. If the Demon loses, what are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing? It's not Diaz de los Muertos. I mean, so it's not like we're going to honor the dead, bring the Demon back, and run this back at Halloween, whatever they might call it on the main roster. It's just one of those fans or the next WrestleMania. If the Demon loses, then Finn Balor's Demon might as well permanently retire. Period. Demon wins. Do I really need to open this up to discussion, or can we just move on? Fuck it. It's a filler match. Anyone got an opposite thought, or we're just going to move on? Going once, going twice. God bless it. JJ.
You thought.
I don't have an opposite winner, but my issue with this was they announced the Demon. I think they should have left it as a surprise. Maybe teased it over the coming weeks, but then waited until his entrance to expose the fact that he was going to be the Demon.
Thank you.
You know, they did the promo and you could kind of sort of see the makeup starting to form on him. That was a good start. Mm-hmm. Then we could have done a promo the following week and you see like the headdress.
More darkness coming out.
You know, just kind of sitting there over his shoulder or something. You know, little subtleties, just, it's coming, but we don't want to just be like, hey, look, it's the Demon!
Surprise!
You know? Yeah. So it's like, that was my only issue with this. Like, we kind of knew, but I didn't want it to be, you know, connect the dots, la, 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 connect the dots. ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3.
Non-copyright.
You know, like, make me work for it a little bit.
Right.
You can work for it.
Walter, anything further you want to add? Since you're right next to him.
Nope, Demon. He better win.
Okay, there you go.
You mentioned La Catalina. Did she make?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, JJ just wanted to make sure he made that point because, as you know, in Vegas, it's always better to be surprised when something comes. So that's good. So, you know, anyway.
Especially a demon.
Right? I mean, if the demon's coming out in front of you, you don't confront it.
No, you never confront the demon when it's in front of you. You always get it from behind. Always behind when you come. That's right. Especially in downtown Vegas.
I dare Dominik Mysterio to attack
that won't stay in Vegas
behind during his entrance and see what happens. That might literally be a squash match.
Like I told Noah before we hit live, what happens in Vegas ends up on OnlyFans.
That's probably accurate. Anyway, Charles, what do you guys say real quick before we move on? Good grief.
Yeah, I still agree. They should have teased the demon. But, and also I love how they have mentioned, oh yeah, the demon has barely been, even the last 2 times we saw the demon, he lost.
Roman and Edge.
Maybe WWE doesn't like foreplay. They like to get straight to it.
Yeah.
You broke
damn it! Damn it! I had my train of thought. Damn it, Walter!
Walter. That's 2 Walter, you freaking idiot moments tonight. He's on fire. JJ's helping him, influencing him. The inner demon of puns is coming out of Walter tonight thanks to JJ. All right.
With the demon.
But with that being said, there must be one drunk in Las Vegas, or Dominik Mysterio must have invaded my survey, because believe it or not, it's not unanimous. One person picked Dominik Mysterio. Good luck to that soul. If he's trying to bet his house in Las Vegas, unlike WrestleMania 37 with the Fiend and Randy Orton, I think his luck ran out. But hey, it is what it is. I think a whammy is safer than a demon. If you know, you know, folks. Shout out to that great show, and rest in peace, Peter.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
My favorite game show of all time.
Really? Wow. I'm actually impressed with you, and I respect that. Okay.
Yes.
Now, what I don't respect is the fact that you don't have the realistic plan B, and you just go desperately against something else because your EST will have a broken hand indefinitely. So like, bring the biggest next bitch in play. Because we got the bitch versus brutality. Let's talk about the WWE Women's Champion. I want to also just say something right now. Notice it does not say undisputed. So maybe they are listening to you, at least for the women that never did that. Anyway, back in the kind of programming. That bitch, Jade Cargill, defends the WWE Women's Championship against the bringer of brutality. This year's Elimination Chamber winner against to be strong in the end. Still questioning that. Rhea Ripley. Straight up, not much more to be said. You got two of the biggest colossals in the WWE Women's division that are actually relevant, although it's the superstar versus someone trying to be a superstar. If you know, you know. Straight up, Jade Cargill, she has been holding this title because she beat an injured Timothy Stratton last year at Saturday Night's Main Event. She's had a couple of defenses, and even if you can't beat her, join them. The catering company actually joined her now as a new Timu baddies. So now we have Meacham and B-Fab to worry about, but Io Sky has also been involved alongside Mommy's side. Rio for life. And the thing, we don't have Rio because of this. Thanks, WWE. Nonetheless, can the bringer of brutality break that bitch and make this title important again? Do we want to see Rhea Ripley as a singles champion? Or do we believe that Jade Cargill has slowly worked her way up towards this WrestleMania moment to continue weathering storms of mildness on SmackDown and the limited women's roster, not named Chelsea Green because she's out injured? Again, shout out to the face of America. Let's go around the horn and see what you all think. I think it's only fitting that I start with the man that's the biggest advocate for that bitch. Hi, JJ. So what you got to say about Jade Cargill's run as champion? Does Rhea Ripley break her, or do you have Jade making sure that she's jaded and holds on to the title?
This is another one Walter and I discussed in the car earlier. And it's a very interesting proposition, an interesting match to discuss. I know that people like you, Noah, have it clear cut on paper like War Hero here in the chat. Rhea, enough said, no questions asked. But I'm going to ask a couple of questions here.
Go for it.
Because you know me, and you know the way my mind thinks. And sometimes I like to think about the one thing that you hate discussing when it comes to wrestling. Business. And while there have been times, like TNA last weekend, where I've been wrong when it comes to business,
yes,
more often than not, I tend to be right on these things. Does Netflix want to lose Rhea Ripley to USA Network?
Yeah.
Now, you can throw brand split LOL at me all you want, and there is still the possibility of a potential draft where they could just move her right back to Raw. But let's assume, and I know that's a heavy word because what happens when you assume? But let's assume that there's not going to be a draft anytime soon. Does Netflix, if you are Netflix, Noah Foster, do you want to lose arguably the biggest women's superstar since Trish Stratus to the other company's show, the other brand's show?
No, that's why you do a transfer portal and you send Liv Morgan to SmackDown, and you once again do what you did before. You swap
If
factions.
you're Netflix, do you want to lose Liv Morgan, arguably the second biggest star?
Yeah, I can afford it.
Can you really, though?
I think so, because I actually would try to build someone new.
SmackDown is the worst wrestling show on television right now.
Damn.
3 hours.
That's saying something.
NWA Power is better than SmackDown. And they just lost EC3. Put that into the percolator, the crock pot, let it slow cook for a minute. Smell what the Renegade's cooking. I think Triple H is going to pull a Tony Khan here. And what I mean by that is, think back to when Jade was TBS champion. Think about all the times that we said, create an option C. Let her cash it in for a shot at the world title. Let her do something to get it off of her so that she can move up the ladder. And you were always the one to sit here and tell me Chris Statlander is supposed to get the title when she comes back from injury. And they waited and 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 waited till Chris Statlander finally came back from injury. And then they had Jade lose it to her after already successfully defending it.
Yep.
They're waiting for Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair versus Jade Cargill is the match everybody wants. Once that match is over, Jade can go off into Never Never Land, and all you people out there that hate on her never have to see her again. People like me and Walter who support Jade will be sad because her sexy ass won't be on our TV anymore.
You poor unfortunate souls.
But once she loses to Bianca, she can disappear, never to be heard from again. They're waiting for Bianca. Whether she comes out to help Rhea here and even the odds, because to your point, Jade will have her baddies. Rhea has Io. She's not booked on the show.
Man,
but that's 3 against 2.
Mm-hmm.
Still need one other person to help even the odds. So if Bianca is able to come out and even the odds, even if she's not at 100% ready for a match yet, if she's at 75% or 80%, the Randy News Network with the injured shoulder, we can plant that seed so that at Backlash, King of the Ring, SummerSlam, we get Bianca and Jade. Jade retains.
Walter, anything to add?
Pretty much what we discussed.
I figured that you shared a brain on this conversation with how deep you went.
Bianca could come in back and whip her hair back and forth.
All right, we'll see what happens. But it's also another one of those things. Rhea versus Bianca was a match people have also been clamoring to see since those two are on the main roster, and they were waiting to see that possibly last year at WrestleMania. And I'd rather see that match, my NXT, than the other one you're putting down, because it'll be far more competitive and driven. Because I'm pretty sure Bianca there is still pissed off at Rhea Ripley. So that's also another reason why I'm going with the superstar of WWE that got her spot and beating the Queen at WrestleMania 39 that this man saw live. Brutality for the win. That being said, Jeff, I go to you next. What do you think based on what Jade said and also what I'm putting down? Do you think the bigger match to book at this point would be Jade versus Bianca or Rhea versus Bianca, or maybe in a bygone era, because we still don't know, can she beat her? Rhea versus Io. There's more I see with Rhea being a champion again than Jade right now, in my opinion. That's another reason I'm going with Rhea. Long-term use, booking, not a one-off for a damn moment that might under-deliver in the long term of things, like Jade being an injured Tiffany. And Tiffany's not even on the card. Anyway, go ahead, Jeff. It's on you. You're bossing this match.
There's a lot there. Okay. I think I'm more than Harvey did. I think I'm more than two minds here. There's a lot to unpack when you think about what could happen on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I love Rhea, and like as you said, I was there when her and Charlotte danced for the second time in Inglewood. It was so fucking good.
Jeff, I still argue that's the best WWE women's match in history and the best WWE women's match in WrestleMania history, and it hasn't been topped yet. Last year,
I
Triple Threat came close.
I definitely think it's in the top 5 of women's matches in WWE history. It's hard to argue against it being the best women's match in WrestleMania history. I and that's not just proxy bias. I think it was just that fucking good watching it back later.
Fair. I see you at the
Having said that, even in defeat, Rhea has been a badass across her WrestleMania appearances.
Yep.
I don't know if the character needs to be humbled with a loss, a definitive loss. I think Jade's character would benefit from a maybe not dominant, but a clear victory. And I do think that as short attention span as the general WWE universe is, I think they still want to see her and Bianca go. Does it need to be for the championship? Is my hang up. I think that battle is about more than the championship at this point because Naomi's betrayal set Jade on this trajectory, not necessarily to the championship, just on her own little revenge tour, much like Liv Morgan's had her revenge tour.
correct.
So I think the idea of Bianca humbling Jade is more important to my fan perspective than it is her taking the title from Jade. I think what you can do is still keep Rhea strong, even if Bianca helps Jade's loss, helps Rhea win here. And by the way, I don't know if Walter stepped away or if the background's just weird because Walter's the invisible man right now. Like the virtual background is scary as shit.
Right.
Anyway,
The invisible man joined me.
oh, okay. Well, there you go.
I'm sure he's the
Well,
same.
in that case, what are you doing there? Run for your fucking life, Jay.
For all we know, he's a fan of JJ's mind as well. Continue, Jeff.
Scary fuck.
You can't see the knife in my other hand. It's,
I don't want to know why I can't see your other hand. Just we're good. Thank you. It's okay. I think that Bianca returns to cost Jade here. I hate that for Jade, but I think that Rhea being champion, and then you can twist the thread a little bit where Io didn't get booked. Io has been the sacrificial lamb, saving Rhea's ass, and that's how you get to the two of them tangling at the like the June PLE or even a Backlash. So you asked me what time it is, and I told you how to make the watch. The answer is Rhea becomes the champion.
All right, there we go. So we got Rhea, and a Jade. So this is interesting. Like I said, I just look at, the spectrum of this for that for this, bulletin board, detective. And remember, the last time we saw Bianca Belair, she was just a special guest referee for Jade versus Naomi, and she still probably was begrudgingly in that position, holding Jade's arm up in victory, because again, at one point they were the trinity of that race power brought to you by Wingstop. But it just feels like, I don't know. Right now, I just look at things and I think Rhea being champion again makes things a little bit better when Jade at this point, she's already going to have her baddie. She's going to be pissed up as it is. Bianca's a foregone conclusion. She's got her team of baddies to help wherever it's at. So there you go. That being said, it is also not unanimous, and I will give it to JJ once I give this a little bit. It's 2-1 in favor of Mommy, because we don't want to see Mommy back on top. 65% for Rhea, 35% for Jade. But what do you guys say real quick, Jade, before I give it to Charles?
I just wanted to touch on the greatest women's match in WWE history comment in WrestleMania history, because I do have one that at least I feel tops that.
Do tell.
And it's going to surprise people to hear this name come out of my mouth. Sasha and Bianca.
Yeah. That was a really good one, and that was a great moment. And a first moment, too. That was special. All right, I'll give you that.
It brought Charles back on screen because I praised Sasha Banks. He had to pop his head out of the manhole like the pizza delivery guy was rolling it.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it this time.
I mean, JJ, to be fair, you're praising Sasha Banks pre-walkout, which is not, so crazy.
Yeah, that's fair, too. All right, well, fair enough. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Walter. I honestly thought the virtual screen phased him out. I didn't know he was legitimately gone. Okay, I feel good about
was in the other room.
The invisible man was bothering me.
Just remember, wise men say forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza.
Valid.
Damn right.
Pizza's never late because it's right up my street. That being said, Charles, it's now on you to bring us to our final destination on predictions here. We got a Jade and a shared Jade, a Rhea, and more people are going with Mommy. So do you want to see Mommy back on top, or do you think Mommy gets jaded and is stuck on the bottom?
Well, I guess it's time for me to go into crazy territory. Maybe fancy booking territory, pulling a JJ card here.
Hanging out too much with him, but anyway, continue.
One, I do expect Jade to retain. I do. And afterwards, I might expect Bianca to return. But she's going to attack Rhea instead.
Oh, hell no.
Because, was it correct, bro? Who landed on Bianca's hand during that triple threat match?
It was... Oh, shit. It was Rhea.
Exactly my point.
Oh, damn it.
We can hold on quick with Bianca and Jay for a bit, because Bianca has to forget about the woman that took her out in the first place was Rhea. Just saying.
You got a standing ovation, Charles.
Crap.
Somebody hit the theme song again.
Thank you.
Right. I've been thinking about this for a while.
Come on, everyone's got to do the little corny dancing.
Oh my gosh, this is the first right here. Continue, Charles, before we move on from this soiree.
But Jeff doesn't know how to do peanuts dances. He works at Disney.
Oh, buddy.
I've been literally thinking about this for a long while. I'm like,
he's got to do the hot dog dance.
All we got to do is put some dirt and flies around your head virtually.
It'll jump right now. Just do it.
Continue, Charles. Conclude this. Oh,
but yeah, I expect Bianca to return, but to go after Jade. Not Jade, Rhea. Because makes sense. Because Bianca would be like, I've been gone for almost a year now. And it was because of you. Keeps Bianca away from Jay for a while.
Yeah, let that big pop happen and then let it die down and turn.
And then it gives people something they've wanted for a while. Bianca is heel on the main roster.
Which justifies
and you can even bring up that you're ignoring her husband and everything.
I mean, her husband's MIA, to be fair.
Justified everything.
Oh, there's too much justification for this now where I feel sick to my stomach that I'm like, fuck it, do I want the point or do I really want Mommy back on top?
I like JoJo's point in the chat also. Why was the faction formed just for her to lose?
Case in point. And this is not Bianca joining Jade either. This is more of, this is personal, going after Rhea.
Desperate champion uses freaking stooges to keep the championship. A tale as old as heel champions itself. I get what you all are.
When you think about it, Jade really her beef wasn't with Bianca. It was Naomi's the one that attacked her. Everything was Naomi. They really had no beef. It was beef by association.
And give it time for the proper have a reason for the match to happen. But until then, Bianca deals with Rhea.
Charles. Wow. You get a gold star.
Courtesy of
Thank you.
Chase University.
Indeed. Believe. I can't even do
Never.
the hand thing right now. Get up on my phone now to do it.
I'm
But
about to say never. And again, Rhea was petulant child to force her way into
That-
the match last year with Rhea. And get that graphic off the screen.
exactly. Thank you, Noah, for bringing that point up. Rhea forced herself into the Bianca's business.
Mhm.
All
And
right.
it makes full circle sense.
I see y'all's point, but Arlene also just pinged in, and she says that mommy wins as well. So hopefully we're right. But that being said, the hell?
That's an accident.
Shenanigans.
Who the hell
Who's
did that?
pushing
That was an
buttons?
accident. It was an accident. I was trying to click comments.
All right.
That
Fair
finger
enough.
alert. See?
You're good.
Fair enough. Thank you for that. Okay. But
Get
that
it,
being
Walter,
said,
quit fingering the button.
Hey, wife's a few miles away. I can't finger anything else.
Don't out yourself on the air, dumbass. Like, what are you doing? Jesus
okay,
Christ.
so now we know what Walter likes to whoop.
She's in the chat though.
Apparently.
Look at that chat.
We didn't need to know that information, but we just did.
Well, that
Nice
being
job,
said,
Walter.
why Walter likes to clap that like, let's whoop that trick and see what happens with the United States Championship, shall we? Jesus Christ. As
Really
Sami
gonna
Zayn,
whoop that trick in a minute.
oh God.
If this
Going back
isn't
to this.
if this one isn't anonymous, I'm going to reach to the virtual screen and smack whoever picked Sammy.
Oh yeah, man.
Well,
I like it.
Booker T 1, 2, and 3, picking obviously Trick Willie, rapper not included. And I have to agree, as we talk about the rising stars of WWE, if this is a foregone conclusion, then somebody's smoking something not from Walter's farm. I gotta see Trick Williams get this championship. I think JJ said that Trick Williams has the potential to be a top babyface despite his pop and circumstance personality and the fact that Sami, desperate Sami, doesn't give a damn what the fans think while he was thumbs down taking Carmelo Hayes away from this moment, who worked harder this whole damn last calendar year than Sami has, pouting and whining at QB1. So yeah, Trick Williams wins. I'm going to start out with that. Now let's go to Booker T 1 and 2 for their prediction next. Then I'll go to your hand. Go ahead, JJ and Walter. Damn.
Yeah, to what Walter said, I don't think anybody here is picking Sami Zayn, but what I see happening here is Trick winning, and then Melo challenges him.
I like that a lot.
And we go into a huge angle that possibly, come the end of it, brings Trick Melo gang back together. Because again, we're desperate for tag teams. They've got great chemistry, whether they're heels or faces.
Accurate.
So Trick gets the title. Melo feels like it was all a ploy just for Trick to become champion.
Right.
Trick cost Melo the title, cost Melo the rematch, took the belt from Sami. So now you've got Melo versus Trick, because Melo feels like Trick is the reason he's no longer champion.
Right.
And come the end of it, they have each other's respect again.
Full circle moment. I mean, just like
whether Trick loses the belt to Melo or loses it to whoever, once Trick loses the belt, they come back together and Trick Melo gang is back as a team.
I would love to see Trick and Ela run it back, but go ahead.
You call him Booker T Jr. One of Booker T's most famous things was a best of 7. You do that between Carmelo and Trick, and then they shake hands. They go to be teams at the end of it.
I really do like that idea a lot, and we haven't had a realistic best of 7. Actually, I took that back. The last best of 7 was literally Andrade El Idolo and Carmelo Hayes in a former life. So that's fair, actually. And again, Booker T, impersonator of the modern era, Trick Williams. I mean, it makes perfect sense for him to try that. It's just, and it's even over. Oh my gosh, it's even over the United States Championship, just like Booker T's best of 7.
Bam.
Damn.
And Lash can be his Queen Charmel.
The valid, actually, to be fair. And with that,
man.
As Jeff says, I like it. Jeff, I'll go to you next to add any further thoughts. Anything?
I like it, Lash too.
Shit.
And then Lonnie once she comes up, that's Mella's Charmel.
You're gonna build some mixed tag team warfare there, possibly.
I am picking Trick for all the reasons, and also I'm kind of fond of the stadium in Vegas, even though I don't like the team that plays there during the NFL season. But if Sami wins, fucker may implode. So I'm picking Trick.
To be fair, I don't think Vegas likes the team that's there.
No, you know what? No, they're happy. No, Vegas now has a professional hockey team, a professional baseball team, a professional football team, and they're going to have a professional basketball team as well. So
Damn, they're gonna have everything.
Vegas has long been the fight capital of the world. They're finally getting pro sports. Yes, it's the Raiders. It is what it is. The Raider Nation, the true Raider Nation with the silver and black face paint. They a little cray-cray.
They got WNBA too.
So they got the professional sports they need. And I'm not even going to go there because actually, you know what? The freaking Las Vegas Aces are a damn good basketball team. I'm not even going to trip on that shit.
I'll take your word for it.
But anyway, now they're getting all this influx from the pro sports, which professional sports leagues are happy to dump money into markets. So Vegas is happy with what they've got, but I really don't want. It's a really nice stadium, and our friend Lex works there, Jay. So I don't want the thing to implode on itself because they're pissed about Sami winning. You know what I mean? So
That's fair point. Walter, you might want to reach proverbially through your computer and drive to my Google Drive or the forum because, believe it or not, it's not unanimous. In fact, 30% of the 20 that have made their prediction pick Sami Zayn to retain. 70% would pick Trick Willie to gain the gold. So I don't know what those people are thinking.
They either Syrian or Canadian.
I want to see Sami Zayn get his ass whooped so bad that he stumbles to the back and comes back out as El Generico. It has happened before with somebody else and a luchador gimmick. Jeff knows about it.
Wait.
Oh my gosh.
It just pinged in my head. You do the best of 7. You do Carmelo. You do the reunion. They are the team that's dominant, right? And Sami Zayn gets left behind. Then KO comes back, and it's KO and Sami against those two.
You can only hope that Kevin Owens comes back
next year.
I
That's why you got to give it the whole year. You got to give it to him his whole year, at least.
Jeff,
yeah,
do you have any competitor?
I was going to say, do you understand the kind of pop they will get from me if El Generico walks on WWE television? I will lose my goddamn mind.
Jeff, I don't think you're going to believe you're watching WWE if that happens.
Right? No shit. Yeah, for real.
It'll be more than a generic pop.
Yeah.
Valid. That's valid.
Olay!
Orale. Charles, go ahead. Speak your piece now on this.
Oh, this is where it's gonna be fun. I'm not picking Trick.
Oh, there's one of them.
How far is Vegas from Michigan?
Except for one reason, I expect a double turn to happen in this match.
Double turn.
Where Sami goes full blown heel. Since he doesn't give a damn about the crowd, he's going to win by underhanded day. And also, thank you for that. Somewhat's a manual car, somewhat's not. And I expect this to Sami Trick feud to continue. Post-Mania, where Trick will get the title.
Somebody whoop that Trick down there, please.
That being said, Jeff, I saw your hand. What you got to say real quick regarding all that?
I just have a procedural question. I've missed so many of these shows, and I do apologize for that, Noah. The mouse is a slave driver. What is the Emmanuel card gimmick? What the fuck is going on?
So basically, the Emmanuel card is making an absurd prediction that will probably never fucking happen.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. Just want to make sure.
And it's Charles, so more often than not, Charles or Emmanuel plays it, but this goon has also played as well. And one time, he actually was right, and it still pisses me off to this day.
And usually when I play it, I have the Yu-Gi-Oh card like face down that I'll submit at the end of my turn when I know what Noah's match order is going to be.
God damn
That
it.
way I can be like, at the end of my prediction, be like, and I played this card face down.
That's wild.
Usually he knows that means that come the next match, I activate my Emmanuel card.
He played the trap card the wrong orientation. It is not landscape. It's fucking portrait. You idiot.
Woosa. Tranquilo,
I'm
brother.
not
love how he's
OCD,
angry.
but damn it, I used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! I know what the damn cards on the play.
Noah. First of all, breathe.
Tranquilo.
Bring it down a couple notches. Your blood pressure. Okay, take a deep breath with me. Ready?
I'm fine. Echocardiogram on Thursday. I'm freaking fine. Bloody hell.
I never played the card games. I just found an upside down card and I used it.
Well, she freaking has. Shout out to the Tula who's actually
Yes. Shout out to the mighty Pink Ranger.
That's right. Yeah, Attila.
And this match was brought to you not only by Whoop That Trick, but to that Raiders of Wrestling. Subscribe today when it's wrestling time at Raiders of Wrestling. There you see on the social medias. Our Mind Moving Pink Flower fan will be back here soon at Zimbabwe Studios. Please stay tuned as she continues also further occasional pursuits, much like Arlene Dominguez. Much love to you, my friend. Cheers. And get that graphic off the screen. And
Noah, are you so confident that Charles is wrong that if he's right, you end up doing a peanut dance on the shenanigan?
God damn it!
You're really trying to go there with me for a WWE prediction?
Full on Linus holding the blanket.
Am I?
You know another great game. You know what another great game show was where people thought I was the banker himself. It was hosted by Howie Mandel, and it had 2 words in its 4-word title. So here's your answer. No deal. That being said, moving on from there. Good bloody fucking hell. Whoop that trick. Don't let Charles be right. Okay. Well, we've had a lot of great fun. We've had some tomfoolery. These guys are literally live, sharing their brains side by side. Lord help us all.
Datilla, you've seen a Charlie Brown cartoon before, right? You know when they're doing the dancing? And every character has their own little dance that they do. That's the Peanuts dance.
Bloody hell.
Oh, that would be even better, especially since Noah always wears suits. Have him get on his computer desk doing the Pee Wee Herman. I like that.
Hell no.
And that also, and tequila also ties into the Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Ninjutsu.
All right. It's not unusual that I'd rather be in bed. Let's go ahead and move on from there. Non-copyright. Charles, I see your hand real quick. What the fuck you want to say?
Wow. I like
He
how
was still on his prediction.
Exactly. You have to be that much of a reason why I expect the double turn is simple. How the crowd just loves Trick Williams. You don't have to change Trick at all. Honestly. The crowd just, if you do the double turn, just go full blown with it with Sami being a heel. Honestly. Yeah. Literally. All I need to do. Because Sami needs to change up a bit. So it's like, lean into it. And also, thank you, Phil, for that one. I know that reference too.
It's not like us to say sorry.
Exactly.
Jesus.
But yeah. That's why I expect the double turn to happen and Sami keeps the title. And half the feud keep going. Or you need to start Carmelo Hayes in there too.
This is why I blocked a longer timeout to the household. Knew I was going to be on the show longer than I would be for the no DQ stream.
Yeah, exactly. And I saw how long y'all went on there. We're about to acknowledge our freaking match of the weekend. So that being said, thank you, Charles. And again, continue being crazy, but there's a reason why you're just an observer and not a participant in cleaning prediction leagues, and I hope you never change. That being said, Tatilla, stop with the Nickelback references, non-copyright. Despite the fact one hates them from Canada, people still listen to their music. If you don't, you're a liar, and you know it. That's why they finally brought Nickelback back to WrestleMania. What a fitting theme for once, not the weekend, for Pete's freaking sake. Anyway, that being said, going into the weekend.
Yeah, but you don't want us to do more Nickelback references.
About to say, too bad. Stay tuned, folks. Tomorrow, when the Simple Level Studio starts their watch-along schedules for all the following shows, we got
Burn it to the
Mania,
ground.
Dragon Gate, Hybrid. That was such
Just
a
look
good
at
call.
photographs.
I'm sure you'll get more than enough photographs in Las Vegas where you want to be a rock star. Thursday, of course, we have Progress, WID Showcase, House of Glory, and Ladies Night on Title Match Network. Friday, it is a GCW collective with Lucha, Bloodsport, Spring Break. We go to Juggalo Championship Wrestling, and I bring you Japanese wrestling coverage with Stardom. And, of course, it all bleeds into WrestleMania weekend with more GCW and Wrestling at the forefront with Effie's special and the Immortal Clusterfuck. Again, the GCW Forum is live here in the GCW League. Again, JJ and Walter have a great time as we culminate things with Spark Josie, possibly, and WrestleMania Vegas. And that being said, let's go ahead now and move officially into our main event for the entirety of Everything Wrestling for fucking WrestleMania weekend. Las Vegas, truly go all in. Good luck. Let's see who you acknowledge, who is the best in the world, who fixes things or continues the way business should be run in their opinion. It is finally time to discuss and bring forward Roman Reigns, our tribal chief, versus the best in the world, CM Punk, for the World Heavyweight Championship. How can envy and humility belong in the same sentence? Look at the journey and the story this year alone with these two men, with Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble and literally answering to CM Punk, I choose you because I hate you. It's literally a story defined on hatred, but also maybe a little bit of clarity. As we heard CM Punk not tell no lies and talked about how much he envied Roman Reigns because he wasn't born into this royal family or any sort of royal family. He created his own family through wrestling. But the bottom line, Roman Reigns says, all you've done is continue bringing WWE to irrelevancy. And now we're going to fix the 2 months that you fucked up. So the bottom line, guys, do you acknowledge your tribal chief to be, once again, the man, the World Heavyweight Champion? Or will CM Punk's dream continue to be a dream come true? And will he win in his first ever true main event, walking in as champion and walk out with the gold too? There's a lot to break down. There's a lot to think about. And there's a lot I'm sure you want to discuss regarding how we went into this and what can come out of it. So without further ado, let's go around the horn and see who you believe leaves, truly as we call it, the face of WWE. And it's only fitting that I start off again. Like I said, the first match started with him. It's only fitting I start off with him for this one. So, Jeff, bring it home, bro. Good luck. What you got to say regarding Roman Reigns and CM Punk and the World Heavyweight Championship as we know it?
Well, let me start about real quick. I did send both you and JJ a message with an additional shill. So just whichever one of you can get into the room first. I'll have that in addition to, because I know the watch long is going to be shilled. I'm already part of those. So like, I don't need to send my extra graphic. You guys have enough shit to deal with as it is. Anyway.
I got you. Continue.
Thank you. So I want so bad to not be mad at Phil Brooks, but I am. And I'm mad at him because his return to WWE, his attitude since returning, everybody's attitude about him since returning has made me rethink everything I say and my approach to not only my online podcast presence, but my entire approach to life. And what I mean by that is I was so quick to jump to attacking him and attacking his part in what happened in Chicago 4 years ago. And I am so glad that we as human beings are allowed to have the opportunity to show growth and change. Because if we don't have the opportunity to do that and we don't do that, we have nothing. Punk's return has been just a wonder and a joy to watch. I'm so happy for him. I'm happy for his wife. I'm happy for the fans of his that has never strayed, like Mr. Williams above me. Punk is who Punk is. And I'm glad that whatever happened, that we have had talked about, or more importantly, what we have not had talked about in the public space, has allowed Punk to have this new perspective and allow others to have the same perspective. He talked about, I think on a podcast today or yesterday, about seeing the exchange between Warrior and Hogan at WrestleMania 30 and realizing shit's not worth it getting so worked up about. You know, I have long been on this thing about ever since the 1st of April about, man, I got so few reasons to be angry and bitch about stuff nowadays. Wrestling's good. I know a lot of you don't like the creative, and that's fine. It's not just WWE out there. Wrestling's good. Work is good. My +1 life is good. And just everything's good, man.
Love to hear it.
Except for the fact that I just can't get past that all this venom, all this hatred, all this stuff is spewed forward from the two of these guys for the better part of 2 months. And they spent last night being apologetic and respectful to each other. What the fuck was that about? Don't apologize. Don't apologize for invoking Sika's name. You meant what you said, Phil. Don't be respectful toward him for whatever he said, Roman. This man brought your father's name into this for no reason except to be the punk bitch that you've called him for 2 months. I want these guys to not walk into WrestleMania with respect. And, you know, everybody's all like, woohoo. I want these two to beat the fuck out of each other so bad. Whatever implosion doesn't happen if Sami does win happens because of foundation shake off of these two beating the snot out of each other. Now, I will also say that I fully expect Roman Reigns to win here. That's my prediction, is Roman Reigns is the new World Heavyweight Champion.
Okay.
Since I was not able to be part of your show yesterday, nor I was able to be, well, I'll be able to be part of Aaron's show Thursday because I will be calling, let's see, at that point it will be on ID Showcase.
Yes.
I firmly believe Randy Orton's going to win Saturday. Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And I think Randy Orton's going to win Saturday because of who's really behind Pat McAfee. The same person I believe is going to aid Roman Reigns. I think The Rock is going to be pulling every single string here. And both guys that TKO, both guys that Dwayne Johnson want on top of the WWE mountain, are going to leave Vegas as such. Randy Orton has shown he has zero problem being the face of WWE with the authority behind him. Hasn't he, Paul? Hasn't he, Steph?
Accurate.
Roman Reigns has no problem being the corporate guy as long as he's the guy. I think that's what's going to happen. I think I foresee Roman Reigns and Randy Orton on the Today Show Monday morning. I foresee you and I, Noah, calling Raw, if I'm able to be there, and just everybody up their own ass about what happened the previous 2 nights in the main event.
Oof.
Because to your point, what you said earlier, how the fuck did Roman not bring up Larry?
Right?
Again, because I think we're being lulled into a false sense of security. I don't think Punk has any apology truly, or better yet, I think Punk is sincere character-wise in this apology, in this approach. I think Roman's full of shit. I think Roman's going to come in here and just punk CM Punk out with the backing of the machine. Roman Reigns, with all respect and acknowledgement of the tribal chief, although the Ulafala replica they released on the Shop Zone has little left to be desired, fucking OTC in the middle of it. I would have almost bought that thing. I'm like, ugh. With all respect, if Roman Reigns is not the champion, what is his place in this world? if Randy Orton doesn't achieve 15, what is his place in this world after Saturday? Both those guys they are very much in the position of Stone Cold Steve Austin going into WrestleMania 25 years ago. It's a match. It's matches that both men have to win, and neither can afford to lose. Being Randy Orton and Roman Reigns. If neither of them win, Monday is a what the fuck. If one of them win, a little more discussion, less discussion heavy. If both of them lose, I don't know what we see Monday. And I don't know if I look forward to it. We need our QB1 to have a little more adversity than just a busted eardrum from a second-rate rapper who couldn't hang. And we need Punk to have a little more callousing on his already broken up body. So Roman Reigns walks out as champion, as does Randy Orton the previous night.
TKO fully takes over WWE, then it sounds
TKO fully takes over. People are sick of the authority figure thing, and that's fine. We can still have Pierce. We can still have Aldis. That's fine. And whether it is The Rock or not, I think we need the need to hate the champion and enjoy the chase. We didn't have that going into SummerSlam last year because everybody was so happy that John was getting one last run, as lackluster as the heel run was. We didn't get that after Rollins cashed in because he was gone again with injury before too long. I need as a fan to just be so will somebody just beat this motherfucker already?
Mm-hmm.
I know we had that for 4 years with Roman Reigns. And I even know we had that with CM Punk in 2012. But I need it again. I need it again as a fan.
That's fair. We've also talked about before how people have been better on the chase versus being chased. And John Cena, Cody Rhodes, they very much fit that mold. With CM Punk, though, the jury is out. And again, it took a lot, besides the Seth injury, if not that most, first and foremost, to bring us to this point. When we were thinking about WrestleMania before, let's call it what it is, just after SummerSlam last year, what were we thinking about WrestleMania? We were thinking Seth Rollins and CM Punk. I was talking about how long they teased CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. I was talking about how Seth has yet to lose truly to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has yet to beat Seth. Here we are now with Roman Reigns and CM Punk defined by hatred, and the go-home promo feels like nothing but humility, as if I've been acting like a petulant child. I have been an ass clown. I apologize. Here's my insecurity coming forward, so at least I know going in, you know why I'm going into this. Now, again, did you get work? Who got worked more over during that promo? Besides the audience, you tell me. Especially with how slow it was. And again, we're dealing with CM Punk and Roman Reigns here. You think the entrances are going to be long? Wait till the match. Buckle up, folks. This closes the weekend. But that being said, thank you for that, Jeff. He has Roman Reigns becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion. Woof. Well, 2 brains and 1 body in 1 room. What you gotta say regarding that? Either one of you kick fans off and follow that shit.
I think Punk retains because I think the whole Reigns having a story backup isn't done. Because I think whoever wins the Money in the Bank is either going to be Samoan or somebody they pulling the strings on, and that's who cashes in and beats Punk. I think it's going to be the Money in the Bank that he finally gets. And plus, he's done it twice himself and cashed in on somebody. So I think it's going to come full circle. Whether it's Jimmy or Jay or somebody, which I don't see Jimmy doing it, but hey, maybe they want to reward him for having a new kid and he needs that money. they do love him. So we'll see. But Jay was heavily involved in the story. And he He even used his real name. He said, "Go get him, Joe," when he was outside the ring. And he's distracted by this LA Knight. Let's say LA Knight and the Usos lose at WrestleMania.
God,
Jey Uso might have a foot snap, realize that he has a chance to do something, win the Money in the Bank, and cash it back on CM Punk. Or vice versa. You could do it with Jimmy or just somebody you don't expect from a Samoan dynasty. Or handpicked if you're going to bring The Rock back in the story. Somebody he handpicked. So I think the hero story of Punk on Raw is going to be told, while the heel TKO story is going to be told on SmackDown while Orton has the title. Plus, you got a built-in, you don't change your ticket prices, you're just going to blame TKO. You have it built in by saying, hey, Orton is the champion TKO, it's not us. We had somebody try to represent WWE and he failed.
fair enough. And again, to think last week, CM Punk literally saying, I'm going to stand on Roman Reigns' throat and blast in TKO and Pat McAfee on ticket prices. And now it's like, okay, play ball. Let's not hate. Let's
I shit you not. I thought on SmackDown they did that. Pat McAfee was the heel and did that 25% off. I thought Punk was going to come back on Raw and do like 30% off. Like just to fucking one-up him or something.
That would have been brilliant. All right, then. Well, that being said, JJ, I will also say this. More people acknowledge Roman Reigns winning. 60% versus 40% in favor of Roman Reigns winning the World Championship. 1,300 or 400, excuse me. One of those two numbers. 16 days of absolute dominance. And I want to just also just pick points of CM Punk when he also talked about this. This is pro wrestling, not cinema. Many people thought Roman Reigns' run was cinema, including you. The fact of the matter is CM Punk says this isn't what we used to be. This is professional wrestling, damn it. And Roman Reigns wants to bring things back to where it were, where everything was worth the price, top dollar. It really does blur the lines between the corporate structure and who really the machine wants to back up or who wants to back it up. But that being said, JJ, you also brought a very interesting tail bit at the end of your predictions last night, much like Jeff, when it came to Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Now, whether or not you and Jeff talked about that behind closed doors, or, of course, further elaborated that with Walter, now is your time to bring that forward. So, cause and effect, based on what you said last night, what do you guys say regarding the World Heavyweight Championship?
Well, for those that maybe didn't tune in last night, what I basically said was, to reiterate, Orton was going to win. And Orton is going to use the numbers game. Because he's got himself, he's got McAfee, and who knows, to Jeff's point, if there's somebody else pulling the strings behind McAfee. Whether it's the most electrifying man in all of Hollywood, whether it's somebody who, here comes the money.
Oh, my gosh.
It is
Oh, my gosh.
We are going to be in Las Vegas.
You're not wrong.
And the house always wins. But that's the other company.
Good.
So I also mentioned that in order to combat these numbers, Cody may have a couple aces up of his sleeve, a couple of friends in low places, if you will. One who's absolute, one who's all ego. The three of them have history in a certain other company, where Punk, coincidentally, is still the real world's champion. And the belt he holds right now is the World Championship. I think that Punk is going to retain here. We could even go as far as to see Cody and his elite aces help Punk, especially if the bloodline tries to get involved. Because I said last night, we're going to have a corporate champion, and we're going to have, for lack of a better phrase, a people's champion. And Punk is going to be the people's champion. He is going to be the voice of the voiceless. While I agree to a certain extent about what Jeff said and enjoying the chase, I don't think we need that for both titles. One belt should be on a babyface. One should be on a heel. And I feel like this is something that, if played right, could lead to November and William Regal's favorite match, where it'll be the corporate team versus the people's team.
And we'll finally have one that makes sense instead of random thrown together.
True that. But that being said, you both got CM Punk retaining.
Enjoy this chase.
Yeah, that is the only chase that you should be enjoying, Noah.
Yes. Yes.
Actually, no. The only chase I enjoy is the UK game show, The Chase, with Mark Lebet. But that being said, Jeff, I do see your hand as, again, you went with Roman. Both these men went with Punk retaining. And again, this is Punk's first ever WrestleMania main event. It's his dream. Him losing could be a nightmare, but Roman losing, like you said, also, what is Roman if he's not champion? Could this be Roman's last WrestleMania? We talked about before, thinking about the old guard, the new generation. How much do all these men have left? And let's not forget, one of the promos was about your old. They're both pretty damn old, but who has more gas left in the tank? I think it comes down to who leaves with the gold. What you got to add on to this, Jeff?
Well, before he says something, I just got to say, you're definitely not a pun guy, because so far he's the only one that picked Roman, and you didn't say that we acknowledge you.
But, I'm definitely not a pun guy. I'm a simple man for a reason. Anyway, I know he's a Paul Heyman guy. Go ahead, Jeff. What you got to say?
I'm very much a Paul Heyman guy, but I will say that JJ and Walter talked me out of my pick. I'm switching to Punk.
What?
Yep.
Wow, they influenced Jeff.
Only because I completely forgot about the Shane McMahon factor, even though I've been talking about this for weeks with Greg now. And I thought to myself, as you said that about Saturday, I'm going to be on the air with Greg on Saturday doing our reactions while you guys are doing the alternate commentary. And I'm so torn. I want to do both. Damn it, all the hell. If Shane McMahon is revealed as the man behind McAfee, I'm going to have to send somebody to Pennsylvania to revive Greg. He's going to pop himself to death.
Right?
So, I'm just fucking saying.
We know how much of a fan he is. I'm worried about the man's health.
And I honestly, can we please actually have Shane escorted out carefully? Last time he was on television at a WrestleMania, I watched him blow his quads out in front of God and everybody. Shane, please be careful.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. You did see that at WrestleMania 39.
To the point where Snoop Dogg had to save his ass.
Dude, when Snoop Dogg is saving the match, as he was, first of all, God bless Snoop for fucking being there in the moment, even though he was he was.
He was. Let's recall what it is.
Snoop Dogg, he was. If he's not, there's an issue. Anyway.
A little bit more than half-baked.
Valid.
But yeah, I love.
Thank goodness you got an ounce of thought within him.
At least.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jeff.
At least. So yeah, you guys talked me into it. I want the Shane McMahon scenario, and I want the CM Punk scenario on the other show. So yeah, let's fucking go. Let's do it.
It's the one card in the deck. If we look at the 52 ways that this match could go, whether or not it's fair. Outside, who's involved, referee bumps, what happens, all the way through it, some sort of unique situation during it, that if that were to happen, that could be a definitive way that I could see your situation. But it's also just one of those things right now, looking at what WWE is and thinking about Punk and the situation, was it meant to be, different person, the equation. I still have other thoughts, but again, JD, I do see how we got to say real quick, and then we're going to give it to Charles.
Because everybody has been calling it random. But I don't think there was anything random about Stephanie showing up.
What do you mean?
When she came out and confronted Cody that night on Raw, everybody in the IWC talked about how random it was and how they pulled her out of nowhere. I don't think that was random. She was there to plant seeds for Big Brother.
I mean,
Yeah.
her last name.
It's kind of like the Who Shot Mr. Burns, where he was sprawled out on the W and the S, but you turn the W upside down and it was the M for Maggie.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
Both their initials are S and M.
Valid.
I think Stephanie was there as the decoy to plant the seeds for Big Brother Shane's involvement.
Oh, their fault. I'd be
Especially
surprised.
after the meeting with TK at that Texas airport didn't pan out to anything.
Yeah. I do wonder, though, can Stephanie coexist with her brother, and can the three coexist, though? It's a whole different...
I think they can now that Daddy isn't there.
All right. Again, it's food for thought. We'll see. Again, this is Paul Levesque's third official, fully creatively made WrestleMania, and he's probably already turned the pages 3 or 4 times based on the injuries, despite the fact that one person might return on Saturday to exact revenge, a little bit under a year later when he was part of another man's vision. But nonetheless, I do see what you're saying. But something to me right now just feels like looking at WrestleMania this year, and TKO's hands in the cookie jar deeper than ever. I think they want things to go their way and what they want to represent them. And CM Punk said it. You're safe. You're plastic. You're vanilla. And he also is literally a guy that is the marketing behind the WWE brand for every late night talk show or every media appearance. It's not Punk. Punk has not main evented a PLE. Punk has not been the guy that Roman Reigns has been for 4 straight years. Punk has not been the guy that stayed through WWE through the worst of times, despite the fact he ate dog food for a weird old man. Roman Reigns has always been the WWE's leading man, even when he was proverbially silent face of the Shield. And it's hard to argue that they're ready to give that up. We talked about before how many retirements we've seen, including the GOAT John Cena, who will be the host. And we haven't brought him up at all this conversation, which says a lot. But I just think something to me right now, I don't think this is the last we're going to see Roman Reigns, and I don't think it's going to be the last we see Roman Reigns as champion. To think at one point, I didn't even acknowledge Roman Reigns based on the type of run that he did. And now I look at the landscape of WWE, and I think now this makes sense, and it's going to be different. Because again, it's not the undisputed WWE championship. It's the
There's no such thing.
Don't sorry me. It's the World Heavyweight Championship, and he literally picked it off a man that he hated. How far does hate fuel an individual's goals? And after what I saw Monday night, I freaking don't know. So at this point, though, I think Roman Reigns is actually going to win. I'm going with Roman. So that being said, Charles, you close things out. What you guys say real quick? And then,
I'm the last.
We'll see if anybody else has anything to say based on what you may put down.
Well, I guess I'm the last one in this crazy land.
Nothing new for you.
After what I freaking got the stand ovation from JJ or everybody else. So I think on that one, I expect CM Punk to retain. I just do. If Punk were to lose and Roman were to somehow retain, it wouldn't be just the bloodline. It'll probably also the MFTs as well, because there's some random why Solo's randomly involved all of a sudden. It's just so random. But I expect Punk to retain here. You can't have 2 people that be under TKO holding the 2 world titles. You just need one face to hold the least, still keep it. That's why I expect Punk to retain. But I don't think this is Roman's last WrestleMania. That's probably going to be next year when he finally faces a certain final boss. And also tell the story of Roman cannot win at WrestleMania after losing the title. Because he's lost at 40, 41, and will make 30 or 42 this year. Back to back.
I like that.
Make it history.
It's not the first time, though, we've had heels, though, literally take control of the entire WWE landscape, though, on both brands and with the championship or championships, though. So, again, it's now the realm of possibility, guys. You got to consider that. But I understand a lot what you mean. But also, like I said, was Punk meant to be in this spot at this time? And has he, according to Roman Reigns, actually delivered, or has it been 2 months of irrelevancy? Holding down a spot that Roman Reigns is going to fix to put things back where they was, or what TKO wants. And maybe TKO wants things to be back what they was with a different person at the helm. I don't know. This is the one match of the entire weekend I'm the most torn. Screw the Pat McAfee angle. I was looking at Legacy when I think about Randy Orton and number 15. But this right here, this to me affects more of WWE, in my opinion, in the long haul, because who's been the biggest point to WWE's influence that became TKO? CM Punk. Ever since CM Punk came back, he's been the biggest needle mover, motivator, roster changer, or should I say, culture reorganizer that WWE's had in recent memory. It's just one of those things right now that I just don't know if Punk should still be the champion. And that's another thing I'm thinking about right now. So I think I'm still going to go with Roman, but I'm definitely going to pick this over. And again, folks, predictions aren't final for the weekend till 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday night, period. But that's all I got to say for now. But one thing for sure, we're not going to be looking at W the same way after this weekend, I think. And there's definitely going to be a lot of debate, some anger, and some questioning all ahead of the Raw after Mania. And I don't think it's all going to be for the better. Just saying. But what were you going to say, Charles?
I was going to say, too, I just expect Jay or Jimmy to turn on Roman at some point down the line, because Roman has never really apologized for his past actions towards them.
Do you expect the Usos to get involved in this?
Yes. But may accidentally or purposely, depends, really screw Roman over.
I mean, they weren't out there when CM Punk apologized to Roman about his father, questionable or not, Jeff, but the jury is out. And much to your point, cause and effect, if by some non-cursed miracle that YouTube Goonie and that viral disease and the other dude that has less pressure than a slow cooker on low actually beat LA Knight and the Usos, then you might literally have just made the cause and effect that affects the WrestleMania picture as we know it, and we encore a bloodline again. I really don't hope that happens. I really don't. I fear that this WrestleMania, even though both nights are dynamic, still somehow the results of Saturday are going to affect Sunday. And the Usos might be at the forefront of it.
Yeet.
No yeet.
I was going to say exactly, but that Jay just said yeet before stop me completely dead my tracks.
1 year later, folks. I'm just saying.
Would be a possibility.
Well, one thing for sure, this WrestleMania has got a lot more of us questioning what the fuck are they doing. So I guess that's one way to draw ticket sales and investment, whether or not it's 60 or 40. We'll see soon enough. I expect a lot more lights in that building, especially when the sun goes down. Just saying. But that being said, folks, that's WrestleMania weekend. So what are your predictions? What's your outlook on TKO WWE as you know it? Will everything still be fine, or will it be a whole different state of mind for you as a fan? And honestly, for us going forward, watching Raw and SmackDown, whether live or on demand. Let us know your thoughts, your opinions in the chat or in the comments down below. And again, stay tuned for our watch alongs in accordance to what Jeff alluded to as well here at SR Studios 2024. Good luck to everybody in predictions. Again, the form is live. Your predictions are not final till 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Saturday night. And that's for the whole weekend. Both nights, period. Good luck to all. Let's go around the horn, plug and promote, get some last thoughts, and get the heck out of here. First and foremost, Charles, thank you. Good luck to you. I appreciate you. You're a much more reliable, friendlier, and I think less questionable observer than one person from California. Nonetheless, we appreciate you. Where can people find you?
You can follow me on Grandel on Twitter and Believe in Chase U.
No.
And also, I'm still saying it. We need John Cena, Danhausen, and R-Truth in a segment on either night of WrestleMania.
I fear that's going to happen.
They need to do a can't see me joke between Housing and Cena.
Yes, we need it. We need it.
I don't know if Danhausen and John Cena should be in the same frame, let alone the same ring. I'm just saying. But okay. That being said,
I called you out, by the way.
well, again, I only know one person that we all talk about more than the other, and I guess one was a wrestler, the other one's a historian, and one stutters, the other one yells. So it is what it is. And again, I don't follow either. So there you go. A favor of that, Charles. Well, JJ, Walter, this was literally your kickoff before everything that starts for your itinerary tomorrow. Any closing thoughts? And if you want people to follow your YouTubes, where can they find you?
Well, you can find Walter
at Rage of Wrestling on YouTube. Please subscribe. Walter.Cruz.940 Instagram. And on Twix, Twitter, whatever the hell you call it, X, Walter Alex Cruz.
The Twix.
And you can find yours truly, always believing in Chase University, on Instagram at the Renegade JJ Williams. YouTube, of course, is Casa D18 Studios. The X is Casa D18 Studio. No S at the end of the X account. Of course, Noah brought it up earlier. Follow the Simply Reliable Studios on the X at SR Studios 2024. We have a lot in store for you this week.
I will run it down again when I close this thing out. And again, folks, buckle up. I'm not in Las Vegas, but we're taking you down the strip towards all things professional wrestling.
Somebody say strip?
That goes
No, we don't. We got you to 200 subscribers. We don't need you getting kicked off of YouTube.
Right.
Jesus, Walter.
No, we don't. No, that's bad.
That's a very bad sign of things to come.
But yes, believe in Chase University.
Never.
And Charles, I raise you. Not only do we need Danhausen, John Cena, and R-Truth in a skit, but we also need to add Joe Hendry.
He appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Oh, the first.
Shut the fuck up! Freaking dickhead. All right. I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to do that. And also not on the card, so that actually might happen. Because Lord knows.
Just have Joe Hendry and John Cena do the Spider-Man meme.
And again, believe in Chase University and that very awesome graphic.
The only Chase that needs to happen.
You can say whatever you want about Chase U not being an accredited university, Noah, but even you have to admit that that is an awesome graphic.
I ain't admitting shit. All right, well, thank you for that.
Tequila said two things. One, she said so towards Walter and JJ, which I don't know, that sounds terrifying. They do on stream, be drunk on stream. That's number one. That sounds terrifying.
I don't drink like that.
Thank
That
Christ.
just sounds terrifying. And also, this is a good point.
I've never stopped believing in Joe Hendry, but I'm slowly disbelieving in TNA unless they bring back the bunny. And that's the only segment I care about. That being said,
You've never stopped believing in who?
I never stopped believing
In who?
Nope.
In who?
He's in NXT, so you don't have to worry about TNA.
I believe he said he never stopped believing in Joe Hendry, but I could be wrong.
Name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I'll be cursed.
You're overkilling it, get it? Stop it! You all stop it! Everyone's against me! Fucking hell.
Oh my god, what the fuck was that?
That's a freeze frame I once made when I had to go get a Mountain Dew and they let me, when I figured out how to walk off and recompose myself. That's the first time you do. Oh, God. The things I
After
do for
these
friends.
messages, Noah, no, be right back with the scary eyes. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
Now, a word from our sponsor.
The fuck out, Charles!
And now for a taste of things to come.
All right,
Okay.
this guy's drunk on power. He's going to be drunk on something else in the
I
next
love
24
this.
hours.
I love
God
it.
bless you and your liver. Have an incredible time in Las Vegas. Thank you so much. And I'm sure we'll see you in and out of the watch-alongs, and also especially during the weekend shenanigans if you survive with a voice. Good luck to both of you.
So, since it's my turn, Walter, did they have In-N-Out in NorCal?
Do they have what?
In and out.
In-N-Out
Yes.
burger joint.
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say if they don't, JJ, get this man to In-N-Out in Vegas.
It's overrated, but yeah.
Those
I can't do it
fireworks.
anymore. Anyway, I can't. Okay. Anyway.
Oh God! No!
If one
What
more
was that?
thing gets clicked, I'm taking you all off this screen. And no,
What the hell was that?
that's a freaking national anthems. These two are drunk on idiotic producing.
Oh, okay.
Jeff, please plug your stuff. Please plug your stuff.
Okay. So since Noah's going to plug the watch-alongs, of which I'm going to be part of many of them, and I think, God damn it, Raw GM, fuck you, Hornswoggle, you bastard. Anyway, oh shit, they closed themselves out of the stream. That's tremendous. I'm here for it. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. Really quickly, tomorrow on the Greg Cherry Show. 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific, in its usual slot. I'm going to try to get my predictions from this show and yesterday's show sent to Greg in clips. Hi, guys. If not, I'll be sending a written thing to them. But the graphic, if I may have, Mr. Foster, please.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. So it says predictions and punishments. We've all agreed that whoever has the lowest score on WrestleMania predictions will have to endure a punishment. Mine has been logged in as I have to drink what's only been labeled as a awful smoothie. I have no idea what ingredients are going to be in this smoothie. I am frightened, but my original choice, you can take the graphic down now, thank you, was to appear during a next week's streams, No DQ Review, Greg Cherry Show, and if I was able to be on Shangas with you guys, or even on Raw, in my Eddie costume from Rocky Horror. But I realized that the damage we had at the apartment got rid of all those pieces of costume, so it cost more than I can afford to get that costume back together. So an awful smoothie it will be, probably during the Greg Cherry Show next week. So be on the lookout for that if I do lose. I hope I don't lose predictions because I really don't want to be drinking anything awful because I'm going to be doing enough drinking this weekend with the Terramana here in my door. So good luck with that this week, Noah, with me on the Terramana and the whiskey. So have fun with that.
Oh, Lord.
But I digress. So yes, Greg Cherry Show tomorrow, and then all of the things Noah's going to mention here because I'm part of a good chunk of them, and I'm very blessed to be part of it.
Thank you for that, Jeff. And despite these clowns, thing 1 and thing 2, we wouldn't be here without them. So again, God bless them. But folks, this is what I have to moderate and deal with. 20% for 65. There's a reason why I'm the man in the suit. Good Lord Almighty, I'm surrounded by buffoons. But thank you, Jeff. With that being said,
Don't you love it?
I endure
You
it.
do, Noah. You love us.
Shout out, Charles. First and foremost, again, thank you to everybody who's been involved in interviews over the succession to the progression that is WrestleMania week as we get ready for Porter Mania. Shout out again to Rachel, Leigh, Brittany, Blake, Leva Bates, Jasmine Allure, Heather Lynn, Kaya McKenna, Alejandra Quintanilla, and of course, Josephine Navarro and Edwin Laredo. And of course, that will kick off all of our watch-alongs as I bring up Porter Mania. So stay tuned with me and Jeff Mother Effin Meacham and our Canadian friend Ash. We'll be covering this incredible all-women's professional wrestling extravaganza. Porter Mania, you all can watch along live with us via Triller TV. Headline, of course, by the Porter Mania champion, Brittany Blake, defending the gold against Shotzi Blackheart. We have the titles match ladies night's championship by, of course, Jasmine Allure, defending the gold against Alejandra Quintanilla. And again, multiple names that you come to know, multiple names you should know, and multiple names you'll be happy to learn and know, including our BFF, Izzy Moreno. Walks of all forms of life here in women's professional wrestling. It's a full women's professional wrestling delight that kicks everything off. Porter Mania. And speaking of which, as I showed earlier, here will be the watch lounge you will be getting officially on each day. Wednesday, we have Porter Mania, followed by Dragon Gate, followed by a unique one, hybrid wrestling. So stay tuned for more on that. As of course, the start times will be live on the streams across all the channels at the Super Reliable Studios. Thursday, it's going to be a fantastic four. We got Progress Wrestling, the WID Showcase with me and Senior Heath. And we, of course, have House of Glory as well as Ladies Nights Out. That is available on Title Match Network. You, of course, become a member of that professional all-women's wrestling showcase streaming service today. And shout out again to Tilly that also gave us plenty of his time to discuss that service and what this show will offer. Over 70 different incredible female talents will be part of the show in and out of the ring. And Friday will be a GCW collective with some Joshi Pro and Juggalo as we have Stardom, JCW, and 3 GCW shows, including, in my opinion, the premier GCW show of the year that literally kick-started what we do now in Call Us Studios. Joy Janela Spring Break, headlined by Sami versus Invisible Man and Brody Jr. versus Joy Janela himself. As we, of course, get into WrestleMania weekend. WrestleMania weekend will also involve more GCW before and after, but stay tuned as me and the Stat Boy, and also I believe it will be Ash, which is going to be a very unique duo. I guess Ash and Nate Paquette now, how fitting, Canadian. Again, we'll be covering WrestleMania Saturday, and our pre-shows for each day will not be 3 hours, because we're not fucking insane. They will only be 30 minutes. They will be 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on each day. Sunday, of course, we'll also have a little bit of wrestling before it if I can find it. Spark Josie, that will include Kyle McKenna. And, of course, we'll culminate things with WrestleMania Vegas Sunday, as well as the longest edition of the Sunday Shenanigans, hosted by me. That is the wrap-up of the entire week before we cover the Raw after Mania. And if you want to know more about me, be part of Predictions Leagues, or see what I'm commentating, moderating, participating, and enduring, much like tonight, follow me if you choose, and Foster 1916 on the X and on YouTube. For I am nothing more but a simple man and a lifelong fan of professional wrestling. Damn it. So again, find me if you choose, and Foster 1916 on the X and on YouTube. We talked about one of our wonderful ladies of the studios earlier, the Pink Ranger. Shout out to the Yellow Ranger. Don't be a dickhead, despite the fact she loves orange and black. Subscribe today to Barry for Wrestling, of course. If you want more Shinyon New Japan Pro Wrestling Outlook in your life, and a bloody lover of the Techers, both men and women. Barry for Wrestling at Shoutout Badass. She'll be part of course, WrestleMania Lodge Alons and Porter Mania. So you'll learn more about her personality very shortly. Again, Arlene, thank you for your contributions in the chat. Shout out to the Dominguez. Follow them as you see there. Yu-Gi-Oh! Not implied, but it might as well be Tay and Yu-Gi-Oh! On this screen, or Joey and Mai. Again, Arlene Emmanuel Dominguez. Appreciate them always. And again, follow Emmanuel's YouTube channel, Interactive Games and Movies. He just did a very nice review, watch along on a movie that's very close to his heart. So again, show him some love and support him as the Superman's watch along agenda continues. And that's all I got to plug, promote, announce, and literally kick off to initiate all the festivities to come too. But that's all I was going to include. I'm going to ignore that for now while I finish my thing. There are no winners, there are no losers, there are no bears. It's fans of opinions, this past we all share. But I'll go ahead now and acknowledge them because apparently they got something maybe valuable to say. So make it quick. What is it?
I was just going to say, can you throw Ash's graphic back up one more time? We get to see him twice.
You really like to piss people off.
Where's she from again?
Oh.
She's yours, she's mine, she's our Canadian friend, Ash.
Will you stop that? Oh my God.
In all seriousness, no. In all seriousness, don't take me down. In all seriousness. Thank you to all the fans out there that have been supporting us for almost the last 2 years. Without y'all subscribing to this man's channel, this would not be happening right now. We'd still be driving Noah Nucking Futz. Because even when we're at our separate houses, we have access to the producer side of things. So we'd both be doing crazy shit to fuck with them. That would still be happening. But this, us in the same place at the same time, quit it. Would not be happening without your love and support. So, in the words of a man who is most definitely not El Grande Americano, I thank you.
And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe.
Yeah, that much I do agree with. And as always, protect your mentality too. Treasure your families, as Jade so eloquently put, no matter how much they annoy you. And just enjoy life, enjoy professional wrestling too, especially this week. It's as simple as that. If you can't find something in this week, get the fuck out of the industry. Whether you're a fan or worker, something's wrong with your brain, with all due respect.
100%. We say it this time of year more than any. I'm just going to say it one more time to echo Noah's sentiments, and I even put it in my tweet. If you cannot find something to enjoy this week, very, very politely, we ask that you get the fuck out the fandom.
Or sit down and rotate.
Because there is too many different entrees at the buffet this week. And how apropos that I use buffet in Vegas.
It's a Vegas buffet. I mean, come on.
But there's way too many entrees at the buffet this week for there to be nothing that you enjoy. Whether it's women's wrestling, whether it's Japanese wrestling, whether it's lucha wrestling, whether it's hardcore wrestling, whether it's carny wrestling, whether it's the future of tomorrow, whether it's MMA, there is literally something. We are going to lingerie fighting. We are going to women in their underwear doing mixed martial arts fights one night. There is literally something for everybody. And then on Sunday, there is family entertainment with Second Wrestling. Shout out again to Rabbi Fine, who gave us 2 hours yesterday.
Respect.
There is literally something for everybody. So if you cannot find one show to enjoy, please get the fuck out, because you kill it for the rest of us.
Yep, just like those fans that bother the women or wrestlers chasing them in the airports. Get the fuck out. You ruin it for the rest of us.
Ain't that true?
Especially the ones that chase them in airports that live in Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
You know who you are.
Well then.
Jeff, look at the camera. Look at the camera. Stop me when I'm telling lies.
On that note.
Wow, you did that on Jeff about to say something, and I didn't even say the thing. So first off, stop it. Jeff, were you about to say something, my friend?
I was going to say, I am just so proud of that statement about getting the fuck out of the fandom, because if you can't find something to believe in this weekend and something to shoot for, if nothing else, cheer for Joe Hendry. Go, everybody.
You son of a bitch! Damn it! Make a positive patch in life. Have a good night. We'll see you for Pota Mania. 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, welcome everybody officially into WrestleMania week. Let's fucking go, truly, with all the wrestling, all aboard. Have a good night, folks. And also, you might get some AEW on Thursday. Courtesy of his brand. Stay tuned. And again, Walter and JJ, be safe. Have an incredible time. Enjoy all the wrestling live. Good night, everybody. And also, damn it, Jeff, you fucking
idiot. He appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I'll be cursed. I believe in KCO.
And get that graphic off the screen. Goodbye, everybody.
It's graphic media running wild, brother.
Not anymore. I'm hitting the button.
Okay. That's terrible. That's the worst one yet.
That's the worst one yet.
There we go. There we go. That's
right,
right.
we'll end with that. And also, again, follow SR Studios 2024. We're just gonna keep
all the graphics,
all the graphics. All right, that's enough, everybody. Good night. Get some sleep. We got a lot of work to do. All right, seriously.
Leave.